This is a beauty here, folks. This is the Bruce Lee Deluxe Collector's Edition action figure, hot off the presses from Diamond Select Toys. As we see a little bit of Bruce Lee in his famous yellow jumpsuit from Game of Death. Enter the Dragon is the next one coming out, which I don't really know the release date on that one, but it is the next one to be released. As you can see there on the back, a little bit of what we are working with here. We're going to bust into this thing and show you all that stuff right here in a second. There is the bio, if you would like to pause this video and give it a watch. There it is inside of the box right now. I'm going to do a little zoom in here inside the package. You'll see we have two heads, one of them in a more nonchalant fashion, one in a rage fashion, I guess you could say. We've got 1, 2, 3, counting the pair on him, 4 sets of hands. We've got nunchucks twirling in the background. We've got them spinning on one end in the back here, or right there in the front. And then we've got just regular nunchucks. Now we've seen what it looks like in the pack. Let's pop him open and see what it looks like outside the pack. I'm pretty sure it's going to be more along the lines of their very articulative Pulp Fiction figures or their X-Men figures. So let's open it up and let's see what we're dealing with. Now here we have Bruce Lee out of the package. Now you can take the package out to a degree to where you could seal him back in there if you so choose to, but I'm at the point in my life where I ain't got enough time for that, so I just took him out normally. We have the nunchuck. We have the nunchuck with like the spiral glow coming from it there, the little wind from it. We have the full spin nunchuck, which is pretty cool. We have a second head that, as you can see here, is more along the lines, if I can get that to come in, more along the lines of the Screaming action mode Bruce Lee there. I don't know if that's going to come in that good. That's probably my favorite head out of the two we have here. It also had a little pike to keep it on, which is odd. We have 3 sets of hands. Now, as you may recall, if you've seen the more recent Once Upon a Time in Hollywood movie, you know, his hands were registered weapons, and if he got in a fight with you and he accidentally killed you, he would go to jail. Also known as manslaughter. But there is a couple of closed fists. We got, like, I guess these would be good for holding the nunchucks. And then here's the karate pose, or that, or the shocker hand sign. One or the other here. I haven't decided yet, but we're going to pop that on momentarily so you can get a look at those. But now, that being said, let's get to the meat and potatoes here, which is the proper, excuse me as I adjust my camera here, the proper Bruce Lee figure. There is the head that comes on it. Very good likeness, although I do believe I prefer the other one. This is the yellow jumpsuit, as I said, from Game of Death. And he does have all the articulation that the X-Men figures have. There's the movement there. The arm moves. It rotates here at the hands, which will pop off. Looks a little... Let me get in here, if I can get that to come in here. Those joints in his elbow there do not look too sturdy. Maybe I'm being paranoid, but it looks like that could pop off fairly easy with the double jointed elbow. The other side, kind of the same way. The elbow doesn't seem like it wants to move that good, so I'm worried about that. Hand does move. You got the thigh action. Got the rotator on the foot. We got the double jointed knee, which is really sturdy. And of course he does that. The elbow is a bit worrisome, as I've still not been able to find a good balance to stand this son of a gun on. But let me see. I'm gonna use a random DVD and see if that helps. That's slick, but that helps a little bit. Let's work with that. But let's see, let's pop that head. Well, that head comes off fairly easy. We'll give him his secondary head. Now that, to me, is the head you want to go with. Right there. So, let's get a little Zoom back a little bit here. If I can get a good angle. That's not going to work. Let's get a recent mail package. There we go. Now we're probably going to be a little bit more in business. I don't know if it's that he's hard to stand up, or I'm just not working with the proper equipment on this particular figure, but bear with me, folks. We will figure it out. But there he is. You can hit the poses galore here with him. That one might not necessarily be the best one. But let's just get to the good stuff here. Let's just get to the meat and potatoes because we're killing time. But this hand, obviously those hands are not best for anything in particular. So let's put the more action oriented hands here. Everything seems to snap in very well. Maybe too well. I don't know how sturdy it would be long term. See, I don't know how sturdy it would be long term if you repeatedly swap that out. That hand is loose, by the way, very loose. There was a pose on the box. I ain't going to go out of my way to try to get it right now, but you know, you can kind of like, not that one obviously, but this one you can kind of set those in to where he would be holding them with a little bit of style there. As you can see, that's pretty neat. Let's go ahead and just get rid of those hands. And let's put these hands on, since these actually seem to have more of a purpose than the other ones. Pop them on. See, that's probably a lot better, I would say. You can get the swing action here. Give the impression that he is swinging for the fences with the wind behind it. So that's kind of a cool thing. And then last you've got this one here where you can see, look, the hands come off too easy. You can say he's got that, and he's got the spin going. And you can spin it if you want to. Or maybe you can do the over the head spin. Whichever you prefer. Bottom line is I like the figure. But the only negative side that I'm seeing from here, there's two bad things. These elbows don't seem to want to bend right. And the hands just pop off way too easy. If we go back to the OG ones, yeah, they're definitely the sturdiest. So that's pretty sturdy. But it seems like your first pair of hands you come with is the ones that are going to be the ones you keep in the most. So what do you think? I'd probably give it maybe an 8 or 7 because I do like the likeness. I love the articulation of him, although it does seem a bit awkward in spots. But if you got a level ground and you're not worried about moving him a lot, you'll probably get all you want and then some out of it. Although the hands coming off that easy do seem a bit worrisome. So let me know below, what do you think of the new Diamond Select Toys Bruce Lee Deluxe action figure? Keeping that head on it because that is the coolest head. Do you have this figure? Are you going to get this figure? Are you going to get the Game of Death? Or was it, no, are you going to get the Dragon one when it comes out? I'll quit getting these mixed up hopefully by that point. But let me know below.